What's going on, guys? So, today I'm going to be going over my marketing techniques, my marketing strategy that's allowed me to take my business from mowing grass to doing construction projects, but consistent construction projects. And so, I have techniques in here with no capital, with capital, and then just like my overall mindset on marketing and how I market my business to attract higher end clients, higher end projects, and then profitable projects. So by the end of this presentation, you will have a better understanding on some marketing frameworks that I use and some strategies that I think you can utilize to help grow your business. So with low capital, like if you don't have money, then you have to trade your time. So a lot of these, you're going to be trading your time for leads, which is fine. That's what I did in the beginning. I door knocked, I put door hangers out on customers' houses, and I signed the back of them, and that's just how you get started. So you either trade time or you trade money for leads. At the point where I'm at now, I'm trading money. Like I'm buying Google ads and I'm doing stuff like that. But in the beginning, I traded my time. So farm once a day. What does this mean? When I think of farming, or when I say this word farm, I mean like go on your phone and just start texting people. Look through your contact list. Who can you reach out to? Go on Facebook. Who can you message? Just farm for like 20 minutes a day. Just set a timer and just start texting, starting conversations. It doesn't even have to be, hey, I have a landscape business, but just text somebody, hey, I hope you're having a great day, and just boom, boom, boom. Push into the world. Utilize online websites to get attention to your brand. So yeah, get on Instagram. Hey, my name's Caleb James. I have a patio hardscape business. I'm located in Wichita, Kansas. If you guys need any of these services, or if you just want to reach out to us, message me at da 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 da, and then boom, you're good. Utilize Facebook, utilize Nextdoor, utilize Instagram, utilize all of these platforms. Are completely free, and they allow you to get your story and your brand out to your community. Send videos of your face to past customers. Hey, Mrs. Johnson, I really appreciate you guys doing business with us. If you guys have any questions or if there's any concerns in the future, just please reach out to me. I'm always happy to help. Just send them a face video. Like that does so much for you and for your business, because not a lot of other business owners are doing stuff like that. Send face videos. I send face videos for a follow-up method. I send face videos all the time to people, you know, because it just makes me different. Um, yeah, selfie videos, like I just said, selfie videos, send videos of your face, and then building relationships. A lot of people call it networking. I call it relationships. So I'm not like networking is kind of transactional, whereas building relationships is just like, meeting somebody, learning about them, asking good questions, and then building something that will last a while rather than just kind of like, I'm networking. So build relationships with every single person you come in contact with. Hey, my name's Caleb. Just be super positive, energetic, ask good questions. Don't be transactional, and listen. Be a good listener. If you're a good listener, you'll be good at building relationships. Next is getting Google reviews and testimonials. So for every single project you do, it doesn't matter if you go and you pick one weed out of somebody's flower bed, grab a Google review from them. And some strategies that I utilize for Google reviews is I have a 50-50-50 discount for customers. So I'll take $50 off the project if they leave us a review. I'll take $50 off the project if they follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And I'll take another $50 off the project if they post a photo and then tag us on Facebook. So right there, my customer can have 3 opportunities to take $50 off their project. I call that the 50-50-50 discount. And then the next strategy is you can have Starbucks gift cards in your truck, like $10 Starbucks gift cards. And whenever you finish a project, just be like, hey, I would really love it if you guys could leave my business a Google review. That way I can get in front of more homeowners just like yourself. If you guys are willing to do so, I do, give out a $10 Starbucks gift card just because it really helps me out. And you're your ability to get Google reviews goes up significantly. Also, don't wait until you're, back home to ask. Do it in person, and then don't leave until they do it. And that's another strategy. Like when you go back home and then you're asking, people get busy and they don't do it. So just do it while you're in front of them. Yard signs. Yard signs are very cost effective and a great way to get the phone ringing immediately. A lot of these other, tactics, Google ads, Facebook ads, sometimes it takes a while for stuff to kick in, but with yard signs, last year I was slow and I needed some leads quick. So what I did is I traded $500 out of my bank account and I went and grabbed 100 yard signs. And all these yard signs, let me draw you a quick picture of what these yard signs looked like. Just because I feel like people make they make a lot of mistakes with yard signs. So a lot of people put their logo on these yard signs and they'll put their brand name, but people don't care about that and they just drive right past. So what I did is I put paver patio at the top, and then I did 20 by 20. I showed them the size. And then I did $9,999 and I showed them the price and then I gave them a number. So it looked like this. Can you see that? Yeah, so paver patio at the top. And then I gave them the dimensions of the patio. And then I gave them the price. And then I put my phone number at the bottom. So I didn't even put my business name on there. You don't need to. You literally just put an offer on the yard signs and drop them down. So I just got the paper ones. It's good to get them double sided. And then a strategy for when you're putting them up is, picture this is like the street, and this pin is like a light pole. You want to put your yard sign right in front of the light pole. That way, if it's windy, it doesn't blow it over, and it can just blow up against the light pole. So put those in all the best areas in your town. You might get a phone call saying, "Hey, you can't put yard signs here." Just say, "Hey, sorry, I had no idea," even though I've been doing this the last 3 years. Or, sometimes, your city might give you a fine or something, but I'm sure the fine's insignificant and it's still going to be cheaper than Google ads. So I would just recommend putting these everywhere. And last year when I put them everywhere, I got calls immediately, and I sold like a $40,000 patio and like a $20,000 like walkway and planting project. So I mean, the return is unbelievable. You get 100 of them, so definitely check those out. And then email newsletters. Every time your customers are giving you their emails to send estimates out, keep those, plug them into a system and a software and just nurture them. You're not selling them, you're not pitching them, but I just send project photos to all these people, and that way they can just see what we're doing. And if they didn't do business with us, they'll see the projects that we're doing, and it's just a good way to retain all of their emails. And we just send project photos. And then go above and beyond on each project. So oftentimes people will just like do the bare minimum to get by. And it seems like it's good on the front end because you're leaving the project and you can get money faster. But the customer can feel that. And then they're not as willing to go and spread your name across the community versus if you're the guy that, puts a boulder in their flower beds for free after the project because you just think it needs it and you forgot to put it in the estimate. And you explain it to the homeowner, "Hey, look, I'm sorry, we got to the end of the project and I just felt the flower bed needed a boulder, so I wanted to go ahead and put that in there for you. I hope you like it." The boulder was probably $60 and took you 2 seconds to install, and now all of a sudden they have this, they're like, "Oh my goodness, Caleb is awesome," and then they want to go and share your name to everybody, and that's worth thousands of dollars. When somebody has a good taste in their mouth about your business, they know 200 people that they can now go, when somebody needs a landscaper, it's you. So go above and beyond on each project, even if it cuts into your margins just a little bit. Obviously, you have to be reasonable, but Look for good opportunities like this to go above and beyond. It's marketing. And then finally, if you're really just starting off, or if you're really down bad and need some projects quick, door knocking and flyers. It'll be good for you to get out in front of customers and get in these uncomfortable situations. It's good sales training. It's good communicating, and you just get your name out there quick. So, highly recommend door knocking and flyers if you're just starting off. Now, if you have capital and you're making the switch into the bigger projects in the patios and the outdoor kitchens and stuff of that nature, you're probably going to have to rebrand your logo and your business and your website. At least that's what I had to do. My logo was very oriented for lawn care, and when I went into these higher profit margin projects, I knew I would have to make the switch to make my logo look like that. So if you can see on this side, this was like the draft of all the logos that I was looking at when I was redoing it. But they're all kind of that modern, elegant. Your logo wants to attract your target market. So you're probably going to have to invest in rebranding your logo, maybe even changing your name. Um, but all of these things pay off in the long run. Like I think I paid $200 to change my logo, and I mean my logo looks amazing. And then obviously the next step is, once you change the brand and your logo and maybe even your name, you're going to be looking at getting a website. A lot of people are like, hey, I should do Facebook and Google ads, but they don't even have a website. You need a website first. You need to invest into a nice website. I paid $6,000 for a website that made me look like I've been doing these projects for the last 20 years, and I hadn't even built one patio. And so it's very important, like your website is your best sales guy, because everybody online is just going to fall into your website and then they're going to fill out your contact form, or they're just going to look at your website and call you. But regardless, you need to have a good website that has good SEO. A lot of people just want to spend $800 on a website that they built themselves, but the SEO is trash and it's never going to rank on Google. So don't be a tight ass. Swipe the credit card, invest into yourself, into the business. Marketing is never an expense. It's always an investment. And a lot of people think it's an expense, but it always pays itself off. It may not pay itself off the next month, but if you're going to be in business over the next 2 years and your website's 6,000, uh, it's 3,000 a year. I mean, it's pennies, and you're gonna make it back. So don't be a tight ass. Swipe the card, get the good website, and then you can start doing the Facebook and the Google ads. So yeah, only do the Facebook and Google ads once you have a good website and once you're starting to build a good Google presence. And some of the things to build a good Google presence is make sure you're uploading photos into Google continuously, and make sure you're getting Google reviews. Google rewards activity. So make sure you're commenting on Google reviews, you're uploading photos. Just stay active on there. Personally, I have a marketing agency that's running my Facebook and Google ads. They do all my copy, all my advertising on there. And it's just good because they do this every single day, and they actually call all the leads that come in, and they only give them to me when they're hot, ready to go. And so then I just call and get it scheduled. So they sift through all the people calling about, hey, we have these stones we want to sell you. Do you want to buy these? Or hey, I work for the local golf course. Do you want to invest in our scorecard and get a photo? They sift through all that and only give me the people that are ready to go with a good project, and they give me a description right away. So it's an amazing deal. And if you guys want access to this marketing agency, DM me or shoot me a message, and I'll send you their information, and you can check it out. They're amazing. And we actually just got everything switched over to Go High Level. So my form on my website's Go High Level. All of our ads are Go High Level, and it's set up to just whenever a customer goes through any of our ads or our website, they just book a time on our Google Calendar immediately. So it's amazing, and it takes a lot of the headache out of the phone calls and stuff. The next thing that I would recommend is hiring photographers or videographers to come shoot content for IG pages. So a good example of this is I had a kid from my local high school, and he reached out to me, "Hey Caleb, can I come shoot a couple drone videos for a project?" It's like, and I was like, "Yeah, bro, absolutely." He's like, "It's going to be like $350." I'm like, "Oh, dude, yeah, absolutely." So he came out, shot some drone videos for the project, and we were able to make like 6 reels, and they were just unbelievable. So I traded $350 for like 6 reels and all this like raw content that now I can utilize in ads and on Facebook and Google. So once you start building up some money, and I know you can go out and buy a drone and all that stuff too, but he edited it, he went out there, shot it. So it's worth it. Plus I'm supporting, a local smaller videographer. So it was awesome. But highly recommend, getting a photographer to come shoot some photos and some videos, not on every project, just on like your really good ones with landscape lighting and stuff like that. But it just helps elevate your brand when there's professional photos and videos. So we talked about this, when I first started off. Pay a graphic designer to create you a logo and a brand book, and update your marketing and your color schemes. Buy apparel, buy shirts, buy hats, and give it away to maybe customers or friends, and they're just going to be wearing your brand around town. Make sure all your guys are in apparel. It just elevates your brand so much. Make sure you're in apparel. Make sure you have hats. None of this is an expense. It's all an investment. So just change the framework on it and swipe the card. Figure it out. Commit, and if as long as it's aligned with your path, God abundantly blesses yourself and the business. So just keep moving. Um, the next thing is social memberships. I've had a lot of good success with utilizing these memberships in Wichita. The first membership that I got was the most expensive gym in town. It was like $135 a month, and all the top guys work out there, and they're all there at 6 a.m. So I was there every single morning at 6 a.m. And now I'm like meeting this guy who owns this construction business. I'm owning this guy who flips real estate. I'm networking with all these ballers, because when you're at a place like that, you're around people that aren't afraid to spend that kind of money too. And Grant Cardone utilizes the coffee, or utilizes this coffee. He talks about people like to make coffee at home to save money. But he likes to go to Starbucks or likes to go to the coffee shops, and he doesn't care about the $9 because he's around people that buy the coffee too and that aren't afraid to spend the $9 too. So that's the same thing with these social memberships. Is the second membership that I got was downtown Wichita, and it's this private, basically, country club or social club where people come and store their cars. And there's car lifts, and there's like a basement where people can store their cars there. And it's like $75 a month. But now I'm bumping shoulders with all these people I can do business with, and I landed like a $35,000 patio and walkway, and we're gonna do a walkway on Monday with the same people. They wanted us to come back and extend the walkway to the garage. So, like, people see like these memberships as an expense. Oh, it's $75 a month, but I see it as, okay, it's $75 a month. It's like what, 2K or 2,500 for the year. And but now, like, if I land one project, it pays for that, and now I just have this cool hangout spot that I can come and get work done at. um yeah, it's just a no-brainer, and it's an absolute no-brainer to just invest in these small memberships. So, the next thing that I do on projects is, when we're working on a project, I put door hangers on the customer's houses next to us to just say, "Hey, Fine Lines is, redoing the neighbor's landscape. If you have any questions or concerns during this process, reach out to me. My name's Caleb James. We'll take care of it. It'll be a little messy over the next couple days." And just have a link to the website, stuff like that. But it just shows that, you're a good company. You care about the neighbors. You tell them it's going to be messy. You tell them it's going to be noisy, but just for a couple days. If they have any questions, reach out to you. It's just a good way to elevate your brand. And then the final thing is, have estimate brochures for in-person meetings. I wish I had one next to me, but if you're interested in what my brochure looks like, just reach out to me and I'll send you a couple photos. But I have a brochure that has all the pavers that we utilize, all the border pavers that we utilize, has a picture of me and my brother and a little bit about the business, goes into some frequently asked questions, just all this stuff that, just elevates your brand as you're on these in-person estimates. I bring a Unilock book and then my brochure and I stick it in there and I give that to every single person, and other companies aren't doing that. I have project photos in there. It just completely elevates your whole brand. So definitely recommend getting those. And then finally, just some mental frameworks that I think of marketing as, or that I'm looking at, is marketing is always senior to sales. The probably the biggest problem with your business and my business and other businesses is not enough people know us. And so you have to get more people to know you. And if a lot of people know you and you're not that good at sales, you're still probably going to close more than the guy that, isn't good at marketing, but is amazing at sales and only has 2 leads. If you have 1,000, you're probably going to close more. So always focus on marketing and never take your foot off the gas with marketing. I made this mistake last year where we had like my calendar booked out for like 3 weeks, and I was like, all right, good. So then I just started focusing on the projects and I stopped focusing on marketing. And then what happened is, when I got to the end of the 3 weeks with the projects, I'm like, okay, I need to start marketing again. But it was too late. And now I had like a 2 week period of no projects. So even if you're booked out as a business owner, you're always hustling marketing 24/7, nonstop. You're always marketing. You want the schedule to be booked out for 3 months, not 3 weeks. So never take the foot off the gas. Don't be cheap. It's not an expense, it's an investment. Analyze your target market. Who are you looking for? Where are they at? Who's your ideal client? How much money are they making? How much is the projects that you're typically, selling? Where are these people eating at, drinking, working out? You need to find out where they are, pick them out. And then what makes your company different? Why do you stand out? You need to spend some time. That way, if somebody asks you in an elevator, you're not screwed. You know exactly what makes your business stand out from the other people, and the other businesses around you. So take some time and focus on what makes your business different. Why are you different? Why do you stand out? And then finally, I touched on this earlier, but customer satisfaction over maximum profit. So if you have to, take some off the project or do something extra to go above and beyond, it's always worth it, because it keeps your name in good standing, and it allows that customer to then go and pass it off to hundreds of people. And so it's always more important than trying to make the absolute most per project. So I hope some of these tactics and frameworks helped. I know that I've utilized all of these and been very successful with them, and it's allowed me to scale my business quickly. So if you guys have any questions, reach out. God bless. Be great.